Number one, height. You have figure one. It's a square base pyramid. And the height is always the measurement that makes this 90-degree angle because it's perpendicular to the base. So your height measurement is 12. Your slant height would be the measurement that goes from the base up to the point of the pyramid. And the slant height is also your hypotenuse. So write that off to the side, hypotenuse. And we know to find the hypotenuse, we have to, this is a right triangle, we have to use the Pythagorean theorem. So let's write that off to the side. We have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And we're solving for c, the hypotenuse. So 12 and 5 are going to be your a and b measurements that you need to square, and then add them and take the square root to find the slant height. The perimeter of the base. Well, notice that there's no measurement given to you, so you don't know the length of a side of the square base. But look at this 5. This 5 is right at the center point of the base. And so 5 represents half of the length of the side of the square. So the length of one side of the square is 5 plus 5, which is 10. So the length of each side is going to be 10. So the perimeter of the base would be 10 times 4, because there's 4 sides to the square, which is 40, and there's no units given to you, so you can just write in the word units, the generic term units. The area of the base. Well, we know that the base is in the shape of a square, so we can just use length times width, or base times height. Lateral area. This is where you need to pull out your math chart. The lateral area formula of a pyramid is 1/2 perimeter of the base times this symbol here. And that symbol is your slant height measurement. So we're going to take the slant height measurement that we solve for here using Pythagorean theorem and substitute it for this symbol. That symbol means slant height. Total surface area would be your lateral area plus the area of the base, which I'm going to abbreviate capital B. That's total surface area of the pyramid. Volume formula for a pyramid is 1/3 area of the base times the height. And we know that the base is in the shape of a square, so we're just going to use, we've already solved for area of the base right here, so we're just going to substitute that measurement in for capital B, multiply it by the height, which we already solved for here, it's 12, and then after we multiply, just divide by 3, okay, to get your volume. Figure 2, the height is 4. The slant height, we're going to use a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So the slant height, again, is this measurement here, this dotted line that I'm making. So you can visualize that dotted line is on the face of this triangle, and it's the hypotenuse measurement that you're going to be solving for. The perimeter of the base, well, in this case, the perimeter, well, the side length of the base is 6. So the perimeter of the base has to be 6 times 4. The area of the base would be length times width. The lateral area, again, always write the formula down. It's 1/2 perimeter of the base times the slant height. Then total surface area would be the lateral area plus the area of the base. And then volume is 1/3 area of the base times the height. So these formulas do not change. Now, let's go back to the slant height. Well, we need to determine the length of this leg. It's not given to you. So the length from this point to this point would be the length of the leg of this right triangle. Well, again, if the whole side length is 6, then this leg has to be 3, a length of 3. So now, okay, that's a Pythagorean theorem triplet triangle, right? 3, 4. Anytime the legs are 3 and 4, the hypotenuse has to be, and I'll let you fill in the blank. Figure 3. Height. The height is not given to us. But we know the height goes down to the center of the base. So I'm going to draw a dotted line representing the height. And then we know that it comes out like this. Here's your right angle. Here is the slant height. So we know that this leg has a measurement of 4. We don't know the measurement of this leg, but we do know from this point to this point the measurement is 8. So therefore, this leg has to have a measurement of 4. The height of the pyramid in figure 3 is equal to, okay, it looks like the height is given to you, so it's equal to 10. It's equal to 10. The 4 would be your slant height. So I need to redraw this right triangle. So 10 is the length of the height. The slant height is given to you here. It's 4. The perimeter of the base, well, this is a rectangular pyramid, so the perimeter is 8 plus 8 plus 5 plus 5, which is 26. 8 plus 8 plus 5 plus 5 is equal to 26. The area of the base, again, always write down the formula. It's length times width, so 8 times 5 is equal to 40 units squared. The lateral area, so again, the lateral area is all the faces, not the base. All the faces, not the base. So basically, if you look at the faces that aren't the base, you have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. And so we just need to, we'll use the formula for lateral area of a pyramid, which is perimeter of the base. That should be capital P, perimeter of the base. So perimeter of the base, we already calculated that, is 26, times the slant height, which is 4, divided by 2. Divided by 2. So go ahead and work out that calculation on your own. 26 times 4 divided by 2. Always work the numerator first and then divide your answer by 2. The total area is going to be your lateral area plus the area of the base. Well, the area of the base is 40 units. So lateral area that you get here plus 40 would be your total area. And then the volume formula is area of the base times the height. The height is 10 divided by 3. You don't need to memorize the formulas, just know how to write them down and then substitute the correct measurements into the formula. So I know 40 times 10 is 400 divided by 3, and I'll let you do the calculation for figure 3 volume.